Coach Eric A. Bradley here. Today we're going to get vested into the science of counterpunching. What does counterpunching entail? Counterpunching is the act of responding to an offensive onslaught, whether it's one punch, two punches, or three punches. The response and the reaction going back on offense after defending the necessary onslaught coming towards your way. So today we show you how we go about getting our guys prepped up and elevate their counterpunch skill set. First and foremost, we go over certain logistics in our punching. We prep our guys to be as defensively responsible as necessary. Like I said at the beginning, the art of counterpunching is reacting to a punch coming your way with a punch of your own. And that's how we're going to teach you, one step at a time. So tier one, we're going to go into the art of blocking and prepping yourself to throw the counterpunch. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to show you one of the skill drills that we do to prep you for counterpunching. Now remember, first there's a layer of getting your mind ready and getting the necessary muscle memory prepped intact. So, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you step by step in developing the skill set of counterpunching. So we go through a defensive drill. We have Turbo and we have Mr. Philly Shell right here. You can throw your jab and come back. And this sets you up for countering. Jab and come back. So y'all guys spread out real quick and pull and zoom this part in. Get me from about here in. So it's jab and come back. And back. And back. Throw the jab and come back. And then you go to the right. And back. And back. And then you put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you run that repetitiously until you have that algorithm down. That sets you up to throw the counterpunch. So we're going to have Turbo and we're going to have Mr. Philly Shell actually execute the jab and block. Ready? Give me 10 reps. Go. Good. 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 And good. Now as you'll see, the execution of bringing the hands back to the face is important, and you have to rehearse this constantly until that muscle memory is set in, because sometimes guys get used to throwing the jab and coming back low and then they get countered. The reason why we're doing this video is to make sure that we correct those wrongs. So next we're going to add the right hand. So you're going to go here and here. Boom, boom, and act like you're getting on the cell phone, because a left hook could come and cut you right at the chin if your hands are below the chin. So don't get it confused. Execute your defense, your defensive prowess. Let's go, the right hand, 10 times. Good. 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 And time. Nice. Now you're going to do it together. I'm going to show you how it looks whenever you put them together. Now you walk the floor. Each one of these drills you should do, or at least 2 rounds, 2 2-minute rounds. When we do our drills, we make sure that we keep the duration consistent at 2 minutes. Now when we're going full throttle, if you're an open fighter, we push it to 3. But remember, muscle memory is very important. I'd rather you get 2 quality 2-minute rounds than 1 unquality 3-minute round, because you'll fade out. Your conditioning will come into play as soon as you start doing the necessary conditioning training. Now we're going to put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and get right back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop, 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 pop. And constantly look left and look right as you go. Let's get that work. Ready? 10 down. 1. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. Good. 3, 4. Good. This is all necessary muscle memory. But once you ingrain it, you will find yourself a much better boxer and getting countered a lot less. Good stuff. And time. Now, you see how that process happens. So that would be a total of 4 rounds with the single shots, and then 2 additional rounds for the 1 and 2. So that's a total of 6 rounds. It's worth the time you put into it. Now we're going to see what it looks like to throw the left hook. How do you counter block the left hook? When you throw that left hook, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, pop, and you get back on the cell phone with that right, preventing that left hook from catching you and making sure you bring this up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and when you throw that left hook, you bring that baby right back to the phone booth, pop, and back. So left hook, boom, pop, left hook, boom, and you'll see, boom, boom. You pull them back, get back on the phone after every time you throw that combination, even if it's a fluent 3 and a 2. You make sure you get back on the cell phone. Can you just do that naturally? No. This is something that you have to constantly repeat over and over again. So just the left hook alone should be a total of 2 rounds unless you've gotten it ingrained in you. Once you progress to an advanced level, you can cut it down to 1 and even merge the rounds faster. All right, so we're gonna throw the left hook and get on the cell phone. Ready? Go. Good. Good. Nice. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good. Now we're gonna add the right hand. Throw the right hand with the left hook. So throw the left, right, boom, 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 pop. Boom, pop, boom, pop. And always be conscious of what's not happening. That's why drills like this, when you're throwing power shot combinations, you probably want to do 3 rounds until you get used to it, because you'll make a lot of mistakes inside of that ring. When will you find this out? When it's time to spar. You'll find it out when it's time to spar, trust me. You'll find a lot of holes in your game, you'll be getting countered, and you're not knowing why. It's because of this. Ready? So let's throw the 3 and the 2. Get back on the cell phone. Ready? Go. Good. 1, 2, good. Good. Yep. Good stuff. Nice. Good. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Time. Good. Now, you see the algorithms that have to get played and put into place whenever you are trying to develop the defensive prowess to execute your counterpunching. Now, we're going to show you one last shot to defend against. Boom, and that's your uppercut. Boom, pop. Boom, pop. Boom, pop, back in here. Get back into your cubby hole, your phone booth, and stay tight. And that's one of the things you have to learn with your punch logistics. You have to understand that you cannot be big with your shots and get back here. That's why it makes a big difference that you learn to be tight with your shots. 4-inch radius with all your punches. Come back here, 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 here, boom. And staying within that little sphincter. Now we're going to throw the uppercut. Ready? Right uppercut, back to the cell phone. Time. Good. Nice. Good. 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 Keep that practice going. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. That was decent. But remember one thing, when you throw that baby, go all the way back with purpose. Because we in a fight. And if you go in there hesitantly, then I'm gonna make you pay. You know why? Because that's what fighting is about, making them pay for their mistakes. So when you blocking, boom, you touching somebody there, they come in fast with the left foot. You get back here, and if you can counter over the top, then you do it. But if you come here and you come back short, you're gonna be clipped. Trust me, you will be clipped. So be defensively sound and keep all your movements so that you can't get countered cleanly at least. Punches will always come, but you always take the time to polish up those little hidden areas that you're leaving out to pastors, and you can't allow that to happen in the sport of boxing. All right, so now we're gonna do this. We're gonna glove up, and we're gonna take this thing to the next stage, tier 2 of your counterpunch skill set. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through each phase of counterpunching, starting off with how do we stop the jab? Counter it. What do we counter it with? We're gonna counter it with a couple of shots. So we're gonna start off right now with Mr. Philly Shell and Turbo. Turbo's gonna lead off with the jab. Mr. Philly Shell's gonna catch it and shoot the jab. Boom. All right, good. Now let's turn the speed up just a little bit. One, bam. Good. 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 Change the angle. Good. 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 Nice. Good. Walk around. Good. Good. Keep your eyes on. Be sure. Nice. Good. And that's an instant counter. Now, if Turbo wants to throw a jab and Mr. Philly Shell wants to counter him with the right hand, let's see what that looks like. So, first he'll jab and he'll go over the top of the jab. Just like that. He'll catch it in that hand. He can catch it with the right and shoot straight down the pipe, or he can walk right into it. He can go over to throw the jab out there. Boom, he can walk right into it. He can lean, pop, and cap him. Right over the top, walk through, pop, just like that. Or he can catch it here and go over the top. Boom. So we're gonna walk in, catch it, and then shoot over the top first. And these are the things that separate fighters. Guys who do not practice this will not do this. So the fact that most guys won't do this, you give yourself that advantage. Practice this, and you will have that over him. That will be the difference in the demise of your opponent in that fight. Let's rock. Ready? Good. 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 Bam. Boom. And that's real extension on the jab. Turbo has a long reach, and the fact that Mr. Philly Shell can actually get in there and counter shows you how effective believing in your counterpunch skill set is. Good. Boom. Nice time. And that's one of the key methods and techniques when it comes down to countering and taking the jab away. We will show you one last thing, because you can't show the upper without showing how to counter to the lower. So as if you got a guy who has a longer reach and he may be taller, your objective is to go under his jab. So you throw the jab here, and I'm going to go right there. Boom, pop. And I go take that step in, and I rip him to the torso. And that's another way to counter and jab at the same time as your opponent. And that's an effective way to stop him from wanting to throw the jab. Let's try that. Good. Good. Boom. Good. Yep. Good. 3, 2, last one. Very good. Now that's key in stopping a guy who wants to throw the jab to you. Always have this in mind. Whenever that guy has a weapon, you must understand the method in taking it away from him, so you can actually have the advantage in the fight. Okay, so now we're going to go into the right hand. How do you stop the right hand? Just say, for instance, you were in the ring with Larry Holmes. With a super right hand, you have to stop it. So you take the initiative to either he throw the right hand, you can, but keep your eyes on him the entire time. As you can see, I know exactly where he is. I can touch the T on his hat. I know exactly where he is. And then I come back, I roll it and come there with a little rolling shoulder. So I take it right here to my ear, boom. Make sure that I keep my elbows tight, boom, because I don't want him to try to steal me to the liver. So I go right there and come right back down the pipe. So boom, pop, boom, pop. And you always want to get a little momentum and draw him in. So I want to draw him in. When he throw it, he's going to want to kind of come in. And then when I go, boom, he's closer. So I get another 2 inches on my lip because I rolled him in and boom, and I'm drawing him in. My objective is to get a flash knockdown if possible. All right, so my next one is if I'm gonna block that right hand, is I come right here, boom, and boom, that right hand and that left hook. So boom, pop, pop, touch him over the top, boom, pop, pop, touch him under the liver. These are key things and key methods for stopping a guy who has a good right hand. Now, there's only one guy that I can think of that was in this generation that had an amazing right hand, and he utilized it to the max. And if you didn't know how to counter it, then guess what? You're a sitting duck. So let's see how Robert rolls the right hand, comes back, boom, come right down the pipe. Good. Boom. Good. Bam. Straight down the pipe. Bam. Boom. Good. And good. Now Turbo, let's see him go down the pipe with the right hand. Good. Beautiful. Good. Nice. Good stiff. Nice. Bam. Good shot. Last two. Good. Last one. Time. Very good. Now we're doing what we call elimination through the process. Left hook. Whenever you're throwing the left hook, your objective is to know that you can block it right here on the right hand side, or you can kind of roll up under that baby and come and counter it that way. But key is when a guy has a good left hook, you might want to roll some steam off of that baby and boom. And then if you roll it that way, then you are inapt to throw your your left hook. Throw it right here. If you throw it right here and I can get that torque, then I have the ability to get him with a good left hook. Now, if you got a guy who throws a great left hook, let's just say Evander Holyfield was in the ring with you by accident, and you know he's going to outgun you with the left hook. There's a method and timing to get his left hook to benefit your left hook, and that's rolling with it. Now, some guys will try to block it, and they don't have any momentum. It's a bad choice to try to throw a left hook with a hooker. They always say, don't hook with a hooker, but if you get that little momentum, and you come, boom, and you got that whole lower body torque, and he throws it, you boom, and you're in there, pop, so you step in there, and you can really crack him, wipe his nose with a serious left hook, but it causes for a step in, and when you make that step, you're in there. That's the only time that I advise you to hook with a hooker. So let's see, you throw the left hook, and let him counter with a left hook. Ready? Go. Good. Good. Nice. Good left. Boom. Good. Nice turn. He got a little torque in his body. He's able to throw it, and his weight is landing right here on the lower torso. Boom. Good. He gets it right there. Good. Bam. Nice. Boom. Last two. Good. And last one. Good stuff. Nice. Now that's an example of really knowing how to hook with a hooker, because if you do it the wrong way, you're going to get really cut short at night, because a hooker always knows other tactics. So you have to draw him into throwing the hook first, and if you do that, then your counter could be absolutely his demise that night, because you're really sitting in a place that he didn't expect you to be. You came in one step closer, and you were able to crack. And that's the difference. Now we're gonna go and throw the right uppercut and counter that. So, just say for instance, Robert throws the uppercut to me. My objective now is to take it back. I can come up here and slice him back with my little left uppercut, or I can come here and crack him with a left hook. All right, so let's do that. You crack him with that left hook. You stop that. He's gonna throw the uppercut, right uppercut. You counter him with the left hook. Good. Bam. Nice shot. Good. Good stuff. Nice. Perfect. Beautiful left. Good. Good. Last two. And last one. Perfect. One of the things that we must keep in mind is the move after the counter punch. So just to say, for instance, Robert decides to throw that left hook and I block, the uppercut, and I swing, boom, I think it's to turn and get offside. So whenever he comes back from that headache I just gave him, he's gonna be a little bit off track and I'll be able to reset and start it back up. That's why it's so important to have a double jab that actually counts. So when you throw it, you can control your opponent because he just took a shot from you. So hopefully you know how to hit good enough that there's a little fuzziness going on. And you can control it with your jab. And we practice the jab in many different ways. So let's try that right uppercut. Once again, you try it this time, you go, and Robert counter. Good. Boom. As you can see, Robert's blocking with the right hand. Good. Good. Nice left hook. Good. 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 Last three. Last two. And last one. Time. Beautiful work. Last but not least, the left uppercut. So with that left uppercut, what I like to do, when I throw that left uppercut right here, I like to come back and I like to kind of swoop him with that little short right hook. You throw that again, wow. I like to catch him right in front of the ear, right behind the jaw, pop, and crack him there. Why? Because his mouth is open then. If I hit him right here, crack, that mouth has to open, and then I'm setting him up for the left hook to follow that. So we go here, pop, I crack him. Pop, he's cracked, and that, my friend, is the sign of somebody about to get weak in the knees if they take shots like that. That's why I tell the guys to make sure that you keep your balance so you can punch the way you want to punch. The way you always dream of landing that punch matters when you have that base in the right place. And when you get, you block, and you know how to throw that right hook. Like I showed one of my other fighters the other day, executing the right hook could be your best friend. And when you got it, use it. Let's do that right there. You block the left hook, counter with the right hook. Left uppercut and counter with the right hook. Block it there. Good. Good. One of the most underused punches in boxing. Good. Nice. Good. Nice. Beautiful shot. Good. Good acting. Good stuff. And last one. Time. There you go. That's countering the left uppercut. Making sure that they're leaning over, trying to get inside and get into the paint. But when you get into the paint, you better have your paintbrush better be intact. Because if you're not, you're gonna really get caught. If you got holes in your game, boy, that's not a good thing. So now you've seen all of the basic combinations. What we're gonna do now is show you how we put it together. Defend against two, counter with two. So he's gonna throw the 1 and the 2, and he's gonna counter with the 2 and the 3. So how do I step out? If he wants to throw a 1 and 2 at me, I can get super slick with it and I can go there. If I want to counter him with that left hook that I was speaking of, so he'll throw the jab, I catch it and slip outside and come here, boom, and right down the pipe, inside. Ready? Again. and I throw 2 of those shots, that's what I want to do. I want to create a little more hurt because I was just setting him up with jabbing with the jab at first, and I could see he's breathing a little harder next round. So now I want to add a little more school days to him. Boom, wow. So now when he do it, I catch and then I slip the shot, and then I can come here, boom, and I can come right down the pipe. Your objective is to hit him when he don't want to be hit. And he didn't want to be hit right there because he's falling in. Nobody wants to be hit after they throw a straight shot because that means you're extended. So if you're extended, when you get hit, you don't have your balance. And if the person knows how to sit down on those punches, which I've taught them very well how to do that, then you can do what it is you want to do. Let's try that right there. 1, 2, slip out after the catch and counter with the 3 and the 2. Good. Beautiful. Good. Nice. Good. Good. And time. Now you see what that looks like. That is a pretty solid combination. Or you can do one other one, which is you can catch the 1, 2, and you can roll with a 3 and 2 and a 3. So you catch the 1, 2, and just right down the pipe. Boom, pop. Good. Boom. That's that Philadelphia stuff. You get in that shell, and you learn how to counter guys really clean, standing up tall, just giving them some good school days, just to keep them on this, what we call keeping them honest, keeping them from stepping across that line. Ready? Let's try that one. Whoever went last, don't go this time. Good. Good counter. Nice. Good. Good stuff. Last 2. Last 1. Time. Perfect. Now we just finished throwing the 1 and the 2. Now how do we counter the 3 and the 2 or the 2 and the 3, 2? This is objective when you're doing this set. When you're throwing 3-punch combination here, all of them from the outside, your objective is to know and stay relaxed. So what I want him to do is I want him to throw the 1, and I want him to throw the 2, and then I want him to throw the 3. You know what? Because that gets me really polished up with my defense. So he goes 1, 2, 3, and catch here, pop, pop. And I want to get all of that in there. And this is your outside boxing cachet. Ready? So you're going to go catch, slip out, boom, catch here, pop, pop. And you can switch the combinations up if the guy keeps trying it over and over again. But as you see, I only went half stance. When I go half stance, that means I got one more tier that I'm going to give him. Well, before he starts to throw that next combination. The next time he tries it again, what I'll do is I'll catch him here, slip, and I go here when he throws that left hook. Throw the left hook. Throw the left hook. Now I know I got him, because now I'm sitting down. I catch him here, I'm not going to throw the straight right. I'm going to go under with the 4, and then I'm going to wipe his nose with the left hook. And then as I step around, boom, go to the solar plex. It works. But only pugilists execute this move the right way. So let's try that 3-punch combination. Tier 3 of counter punch. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Hold on. All right. Ready? Slow down. Walk through. 2, 3. You don't have to slip outside. You can just roll. You can just, good. I know it make it look so easy, don't it? Make sure, yeah, so you can just roll it. So if he throw the 1, you catch the 1, roll the 2, and then catch the 3. You get it? All right, so let's do it. 2. Yeah. And then you come down the middle with the 3-2. Throw the third shot as well. Ready? You set, time. Beautiful. Nice. Good stuff. Good. Good, nice tactics. Good combinations. Beautiful. Nice. Good. Beautiful. Nice. And last one. Good, that's better.
Here we go.
So now that's what you get whenever you throw that 3-punch combination. Tier 3 gives you a little taste of what it's like to be in a real fight simulation. Now we take it to Tier 4 where we crank it up just a notch. The objective right here is to counter the counter. Alright, so he'll throw the 1, 2, 3. These are your outside combinations. So he'll throw the 1, he'll catch 2, and he'll throw the hook, and then he'll come back 1, 2, 3, and a 4. All right, and then you'll come back after he throws the 4. What will you throw? 3, 2, and 3. 3, 2, 3. Ready? So if you throw the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then I come back 3, boom, boom, and you come 3. No, you can go 3, 2, and boom. That's kind of what you do when you decide to take them to another level of the water. Let's see what his defensive prowess is all about. So let's execute that, and then we'll go into simulation. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Nice. Good. Spin. Step around. Good. 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 Nice. Good. Nice. That's good. And time. Good. Now that's a 2-part simulation, taking you into what it called the belly of the beast. Because you have to see what it feels like inside of the ring. And that does it for the outside boxing. Now we're going to do a couple of inside boxing combinations. We're going to go inside with the 5 and the 2, and making sure that guy knows how to stop that uppercut, and at the same time, you know, to stop that straight right hand, and then counter. So we're gonna go here, boom, boom. Tell me what you got, boom, and bam. All right, so let's go inside. 5-2 block. Ready? Walk through that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, bam. Good. And step around. Step around. Good. Step, double jab out. Good. Again. Step around. Good. Boom, boom. Step around. Good. Boom, drop. Nice. Way to keep them on the end of that jab too. Boom, pop. Good. Beautiful. Good. Step around. Turn south. what I see happening is when you start going inside, there's a difference in distance. So you have to learn how to shorten your punches up, even the short punches. That's where we come up with like the check left hook and the short right hook. So when you see that combination, feel free to make that adjustment. So if he throws the 5 and the 2, he throw the 5 and the 2, and I want to catch him with that 4 and the 3, I got to really be nice and clean and short with that shot, because from there, I want to step, boom, in with a little short, what we call Jersey Joe. And hum him right down the pipe, because I've lined him up with the left hook. Little did he know, my objective was just to line his chin up for the short right hook and step right in with a shoulder shot, boom. And that will put him down unless he has glues on his shoes. That's the only way he doesn't go down from that shot. Ready? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the third shot, step around, let's get that work on the inside 5-2, add the 3 to that, 5-2-3, step and set the tone. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 3, that's good. Good. Nice. Three, 4, 3. Thank you. Good. 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 Give me 3 more cycles, real quick. Nice and tight. Good. Last 2. Good. Okay, so now you saw what it looks like to give 2 cycles on the inside, countering the 5-2-3 with a 3-4-3. I'm going to walk through this combination so you clearly understand what you were seeing. Here are the options for those who are really versed in defense. So if you want to come and you'll see from every angle how I take the, what we call 5, which is the left uppercut, and stop it. And I know we're inside, so I have a split second, and I'm looking at that right hand, and I'm saying, okay, it's on the inside of my shoulder, so I do have time to slip. So throw the straight right hand, and then I slip here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the blunt force of the left hook. So he throws the left hook, boom. You know why? Because I told you, if I throw the left hook, if he throws the left hook, and I get the opportunity to rotate my hips, then that means he falls into the blunt force of my left hook. So now I can counter him with the left, then I can step in, pop with that right, boom, and wipe his nose. Taking the opportunity to catch him with a little down jab off to the side. So let's walk through that one again. Now you have to already have this guy's timing down, which I already do. I know he's super quick. So when he throws that left, boom, I'm gonna put some force on it so he don't feel the confidence to throw the right hand until I want him to throw now. Boom, he slipped, and then he catch, boom, pop, and I got him there. He's stunned. I'll make him, bring him right here to that right uppercut. I tap him there, and then I bring him here. And now I want to cut him, pop, pop. I catch him right on the side. I don't want to catch him to the chin. I want to catch him to the ear, right in the drum. Every punch is placed for a specific reason because I want to own him. So that was blocking inside here. Throw it, slip, boom, pop, 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 and pop, pop, and stand in control over your opponent. The second method was blocking and staying safe, and throw the right hand, boom, and the left hook, boom, and then I can come with a 3-4-3 and slide out that way. Just rotating the shoulders and pop, pop, nice and safe. Safe. make sure that you have the options all locked in before you go. Now that's what you just saw, so I just wanted to give you a reenactment so you can actually execute it the way that you feel it's most comfortable for your style. But remember, master them all, because you'll use some of them in certain situations and others when you're not the most comfortable. At least have that skill set down and pat when you get into that ring. Let's go ahead and let's do a simulation on the sparring drills. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to take this thing from the ground into the ring. Simulation sparring with the counterpunch drills. Tier 1, we're going to just throw a jab right hand, and allow one of these guys to counter the other, and then go back and forth. This is a great drill to get your natural rhythms going, because counterpunching, like I said, you have to sort of have this eye of the tiger to be a natural at it. It takes constant drilling, constant drilling. So what we're going to do now is counter the jab. When you see a jab coming, you counter over the top. So we'll have Primo throwing the jab, and we're going to have Mr. Philly Shell countering over the top. Countering his jab. So Primo's going to throw the jab. Robert's going to counter dictate. Primo's going to do the same thing. Good. Move around the ring. Some good movement. Good. As you can see, a good jab. Whenever you're in your competitions, feel confident when you're practicing this enough that you can take a guy's jab. Good. Good. You see, Robert takes the longer fighter and counters everything that he does, never allowing him to get confidence. Beautiful. Good. Nice. 10 seconds. Good. Good. Okay. Now, what I wanted to stress to you is there are great timers. Whenever you want to do short intervals, one's called Tabata. And when it comes down to these type drills, like I said earlier in the download, I was saying my biggest thing is making sure that you don't put too much time in one area. So I sometimes do these in 1 minute intervals. So whatever timer that you use, make sure that it has the right intervals that you're available to do. We'll set this one for 60 seconds with the jab, and what we'll do is we'll crank that out. Now we're going to go into throwing the jab, but throwing the right hand behind it. Okay, so throw the jab, but throw the right hand behind it, and we want to counter the right hand. All right, so more simulation, act as if you're really boxing and sparring, and then the right hand. I'm going to let the guys time it themselves. So, kind of get your natural responses, your reaction, your perception, all of those things will get exercised in this drill. 60 seconds. Ready? Jab and the right hand, counter with the 2 and the 3. Oh, this name is good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Step around and throw the foot down after you finish that. Step around. Double jab. Good. Now, watch. Counter. First, when you're on the inside, watch what Primo will need to do in order for that left hook to hit you. time. And as you can see, that's just a perfect amount of time to get nice and warmed up, getting your perception going, getting those rhythms going, getting that reaction going. Now I'm gonna show you a little something. Whenever you're in the counterpunch position, just say for instance, if Primo is throwing the jab in the right hand with me, and I go here, boom. Now I have to time him, but his length, he has good length, so I catch the jab and then the right hand. Now what do you think I should do? Should I just roll that right hand with him being longer, or should I catch the jab and step inside with that right hand? That's going to be the best option for you. So as Primo has said, he's a good lengthy fighter, good skills. So I have to be really slick and quick. So when he goes here, and then I'm countering on the way in. So I'm going to take his jab and I'm going to counter him to the body, and I'm going to throw the left hook up top. See, I have to understand that calculation before I get into the ring with him. After he throws his first jab right hand, I caught the wind, the distance, the range, the power, and the speed. Now, I'm going to actually take him. The second time that he throws it, I'm going to take it away from him. He's going to know when I catch that jab, and when I stick him to that solar plex, I'm sending the message. If you throw that jab again, behind with that right hand, I got something for you. He's going to know that minute that he feels that shot, and then I clean him really good with that left hook. The trick is, you don't have to crack them with everything you got the first time, because you want them to weaken just a little bit more. And once you get them to that point where you can feel them buckle under your shots, that's when you crack it. That's why boxing is such a sweet science. Now, let's see if you can counter that long right hand, stepping in right to the body, left hook up top, spin out, double jab. Let's get that working in. Counterpunch skills. Good. Good. Now as you see, the whole complexity of the fight is changed. The shorter guy is controlling and dictating. What would the longer guy need to do to take control over this fight again? What the longer guy will need to do to change the complexity of what's going on is, instead of throwing the right hand over the top, he's going to throw the jab, knowing that he's going to get countered. He's going to set the tone and counter first. That left right uppercut, and then boom, over the top, and get the range back where he wants it. So that's what we're going to see this time. All right, so just like I said, little adjustments make a big outcome. Let's get that work. Good. Good. Now in double jab. Nice. Now the other guy has to figure out how to change that. Good. And it's not easy. Good. Double jab when you step around. Good. Difference in how the fight is taking place. Both guys have had moments of controlling. Good. Counting. Good. Good. Nice. Now that is counterpunching 101. Changing the outcome and changing the complexity of what's going on inside of that fight. Now, you bring that thing a little bit closer inside. I did want to see the guys really make that second adjustment. And that's what I tell you, it takes so many repetitions to understand how to make that adjustment when it's your turn to step into the circle. Now, we're going to go inside. We're going to box a little bit, and I want to see a little head movement. I want to see a 5-2-3. And then I want to see that counter 4-3-2. I mean 4-3, 3-4-3 come behind that, or a 4-3-2. Either or, the objective is to see what it looks like in a simulation mode whenever you're counter punching and you're in the paint and you want to make that adjustment yourself. Counter punching, the sweet art of boxing at the highest level. Let's get inside. Let's box a little bit, move the hands, and start the counter punching. Ready? Inside, 5, 2, 3, lead off, Robert. Good. Good. Nice count. Double jab, get that one a little bigger. Get inside, keep that head moving left or right. Now you see what happens as the shorter fighter gets inside and throws that combination and gives the other guy a little trouble. Now you're going to be with the 4, 3, and a 2. Boom, boom. And we're going to try to do something down low in the bread basket after the fact. That's going to be your counter. You counted last time. Come on, last time he counted. So you're going to count on that. So you throw the 4, 3, 2, and you're going to counter back. But I want to see that body shot after the 4-3-2, and then Robert has to take that thing on his left hook. You come 4, 3, and you go back to the body, or you go back 5, 5. You can mix it up how you want to. That's Mr. Philly Shell. You don't question it. Let's get this work. 7 seconds. Feel yourself out. So now you're seeing tier 3 of inside fighting. Now you're gonna go inside and we're gonna go 4-3-2 or 5-2-3 down to the body on both sides. And then that's what I wanna see what happens when you counter outside of an onslaught coming. Get yourself in position. Get used to all the scenarios that go down, because sometimes they want to unleash on you, and you got to be prepared. So whatever that last punch is, you know where to counter from that last punch. Start right off from the button. From the button. We know he's going to the body, he's going to the bread basket. After he finishes the combination, you know once he pushed that button, you let him go, and you close it out with everything you got. Let's work. 5-2-3 or 4-3-2. Body shot, both sides. Ready? We'll lead off. Green gets countered this time. Let's go. Okay, now what I wanted to see there was a little bit more. What I wanted to see there was counterpunching from the body attack. So once Primo was able to throw, just say for instance you threw the 4-3-2, you just throw 4-3-2, and then you go to the body, go both sides, body, body, and then boom. And from that point, what I want to see is boom, boom, and then go back down, pop, pop, and spin out, and you start back up with the same thing, pop, 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 and then you back up to the top, pop, 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 and master the science. Never allow an opportunity to attack the body go by you, because you get very few of those opportunities when you're on the inside. You guys feeling all right? The science of counterpunching is understanding no matter how many punches they throw, there will be a punch that's last. Whatever that last punch is, that's what you counter off of. So if it's a left hook there, you can go with it right hand, left hook, right uppercut. If it's a right hand, you can go right hand, right uppercut, left hook, right hook, body shot, slide under, turn. Then another 4-3 step slide, keeping your body, and use those shoulders to keep you anchored left side to right side, so it doesn't matter whatever he throws, it won't land clean. That's the science. So if he catches you here, you go here. Here, you go here. Doesn't matter, like I said, that's why we go through the drill. Now I'm gonna close it out, same thing, but I wanna see you close out with that double body shot at the end, and the person who gets hit last, counter from that shot. Work. Good. Now that is some up-tempo sparring. That's what you call the simulation tier 4, where you're going into fight mode and you're really letting your hands go and you're allowing your instinct to take over. And that's some of the key things that you're going to learn in the science of counterpunching. That's why we take each time. That's why we take the time and break down each lesson. That's why we take the time and break down each facet of this game, because there's so many essential parts that make a fighter go from one level to the next, and that's our objective. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you some of the drills that you can use inside of the mitts to give you a little bit of an advantage whenever you crawl in between those ropes, getting that muscle memory up to date, and these are the key things that'll make you better in counterpunching. My name is Coach Eric Bradley. Let's go for round 1. Just simple counterpunch drills that you can use with the mitts. Let's go.